Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitabugHandmades.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited to announce the second feature of October Club Quitabug. I will be spotlighting the Country Home stamp set. I love everything about this stamp set and I'm so excited to feature it this month. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. We'll take a look at the free card kit and I'll give you all the details about Club Quitabug as we go. And then here is a close-up of that Country Home stamp set. Love this stamp set. It is a great fall stamp set. You've got some really nice sentiments and some great images that you can use. This whole suite in the holiday catalog is a lot of fun. I really like it. For my ink colors, I will be using Early Espresso, Basic Gray, Mint Macaron, Crushed Curry, and Blackberry Bliss. And then I do have a selection of our Stampin' blends for 2 of the cards. I will be doing some coloring, so I've got both shades of Crumb Cake, both shades of Mango Melody, both shades of Old Olive, both shades of Pool Party, and both shades of Blackberry Bliss. If you don't have Stampin' blends, you could also use markers or watercolor pencils to do your coloring. All right, so let me show you the projects. You guys are gonna love these projects. I'm so excited about them. So we do have a 3D project. There's actually 4 projects for this kit. So the first project is this cute little 3D project. So this features the take-out treat boxes, which I shared a video with you guys last week on how to assemble these boxes. But isn't this so cute? This would make a great little goodie to put out on your Thanksgiving table, to have those out for your guests. And I do have a little treat inside of these, so much fun. So this is the first project. Then this is one of the cards. It says, "Simply thankful for all the good times." So pretty. And I used the 10 tile embossing folder in the background. It's one of our 3D dynamic embossing folders. I love it. And that's also the galvanized foil, I believe it's called. Then here is the second card. So it says, "So grateful for someone like you in my life." So pretty. Love the colors. And then you can see where I colored using the Stampin' blends. Isn't this such a fun card, you guys? I love this card. And then here is the fourth project. And you can see I used that embossing folder on all 3 cards. I couldn't get enough of it. I thought it was so pretty. I just really love it. So this is the 4th project. So in the kit, I love this. So it says, "Happy Harvest Blessings." Just a really great one. And I threw in a vertical fold. Vertical folding cards are my favorite. So I threw that one in to this kit. So just a lot of fun. I love these projects. So to receive your card kit as a free gift in the mail from me to make one of each of these projects, all you have to do is place a minimum $40 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. That's $40 before tax and shipping. Make sure that you use the hostess code. Just don't use that code if your order is $150 or more, because you will qualify for Stampin' Rewards and you will still receive this card kit. I guess I should call it a project kit because we do have a 3D project in there. You will still receive this project kit in the mail from me. So this kit is available for all qualifying orders placed October the 16th through October the 31st, 2018. So after October the 31st, this kit is no longer available. And one question I've been receiving a lot of emails about is, are my kits available for purchase by demonstrators? Yes, they are. If you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like to purchase just this kit from me, you absolutely can. All you need to do is email me at quitabughandmades@gmail.com and let me know that you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're interested in my kit option, and I will send you a PayPal invoice just to purchase this kit. All right, so I'm just gonna get my supplies out for the first project. We're gonna go ahead and make that little treat box. And I do have everything nice and neatly laid out for you, so just be careful when you open your package so that you don't spill anything out and lose anything. All right, so these are all of the pieces for our little treat box. So what I want to go ahead and do is assemble this treat box. And I'm going to use my tear and tape to put on all of these pre-scored edges of the treat box and also some tape on the base of one of the die cut pieces. So now that I've got all of my tear and tape on my pre-scored edges, I'm just going to go in and just very gently with my hands, I'm going to fold on those pre-scored score lines, and the little takeout treat Thinlit die, it actually does all of this scoring for you. So handy. So I'm just gonna kind of fold in all of these little flaps, and that's just gonna make the box come together a lot easier. Just using my paper piercer here to peel off the backings from the tear and tape on this bottom part. And if you have any tape that hangs over, let me see if you can see that. See that little piece hanging over? I'm just gonna fold it back onto itself. So if you have any that hangs over, this part's going over a little bit, just fold it onto itself. Now I'm gonna bring the other piece in. Trying to get that piece up. Okay. And I'm just going to layer this on top. Keep it inside of those score lines. Okay. Then I'll just bring in my bone folder. Put those two together nicely. All right, so now I'm just gonna start working my way around, peeling off my backings and sticking this box together. Lining up my sides. Alrighty, and this is my last side that I need to stick together. Tuck that right in. Just line that up. There we go. So then I've got some of these Werther's Original Pumpkin Spice Soft Caramels. So I'm just going to put 4 of these inside of my little box. Let's see. I do them. You can fit more than 4, but these things are pretty sweet. I don't want to give anyone a cavity. Okay. So I'm just gonna line them up in there like that, push my sides in, and then these 2 flaps that have the little slit, you wanna just pull them out and slide them together just like that, okay? So there's that. So then you've got this little piece of designer paper in the kit, and we're actually going to tuck this underneath this little flap, and we're just going to fold it and wrap it around the box. So I'm going to take it and we're going to make our score lines as we go. So I'm just tucking it in underneath my flap. So I guess right about there should be good. And decide on which side of your box you want to be the front before you do this. So I want this to be the front. Okay. So I'm just going to slide it under that flap, and then I'm pinching it to create the score line, okay? And then I'm just going to keep wrapping it around, and I'm trying to keep it kind of tight on the box. So now I'm just going to pinch it down here at the bottom, wrap it around, pinch it right here, and then wrap it around, tuck it under the lid on this side, and pinch it again, okay? Just make sure I've got my pattern straight. Okay. All right, so now we've made our little wrap. So we can go in with, you can use a wet adhesive or a dry adhesive. I'm gonna go ahead and use a wet one. And that'll just help as we try to get it in position. But hopefully this won't be messy to do it this way. This isn't how I did it the first time, but we'll see. Okay, so this is going to be my front. Just tuck it under that flap. Make sure I've got it centered. Yeah. And then just start wrapping it around very carefully. Oh yeah, that worked well. Okay, perfect. Look at that, and then you've got some nice decoration on your box. So this is gonna be the front because you can see the pattern is right side up, and this is the side I chose for the front anyway. On the back, it is gonna be upside down, but it's the back, so it doesn't matter quite as much. So there we go, very cute, right? So now I'm gonna bring in the sentiment that says, so grateful for someone like you, and I'm gonna use some washi tape and mask off everything in this sentiment except for the word grateful. So we're gonna be stamping that in just a second. So I've just got a scrap piece of computer paper here and then my piercing mat. This photopolymer stamp set just works really well, having your piercing mat. So I'm bringing in my crushed curry ink pad, and then you've got this little tag that's already been die cut for you in the kit. Going to bring in one of those little arrangements of flowers, and I'm gonna stamp off and then just stamp onto that little tag. Perfect. Then I've got my early espresso ink, and I'm gonna ink up that grateful sentiment. Then you want to peel off your washi tape. Make sure that nothing else is inked up. It looks like I did a good job. And I'm going to stamp this grateful. My stamp's dirty now, so it's kind of hard to see, but I'm gonna stamp this right on the tag, right about there. I think I got it. I did. There you go, you can see I've got that stamped right onto my little tag. So now we can finish up our little box. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of fast fuse in the middle. You've got a couple of Blackberry Bliss leaf die cuts here. I'm just gonna pop these right on to my box, just like this. Very cute. And a couple of dimensionals on the back of our grateful sentiment. And we'll just put that at a little angle across the center of those little leaf punches. And then you've got some of this Nature's Poem thick baker's twine. This is in crumb cake. I'm just gonna tie this in a very simple little bow. And then I'll just stick a glue dot onto the back of this little bow. And I'm gonna cover up that little hole right there on our tag. I'm gonna stick our bow right into that little hole, okay? Perfect. And then we can trim down these ends just a little bit. And project number 1 is complete. Super cute. All right, so we are on to the next project. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my stamping done. So I'm gonna bring back my piercing mat, my scratch paper. Then you've got this long piece of Whisper White. So I'm gonna put that in the middle. Then I've got some mint macaron ink, and I'm gonna stamp that same little cluster of flowers or arrangement of flowers. I'm gonna stamp this in mint macaron, so I'm just gonna ink it up, stamp it off, and then I'm gonna put it sort of off to the right just a little bit. Right about there, looks good. So it's very, very light, but I'm gonna put it there. And then some Blackberry Bliss for the sentiment. Now, I hope this Blackberry Bliss works okay. I finally re-inked it, and I'm hoping that it is good to go. So I'm just inking up the sentiment that says, simply thankful for all the good things. And let's see if I can get this straight and sort of off to the left. Let me do right there. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, it looks really good. All right, so this card base is Whisper White Thick cardstock. Just going to give that a crease, and all of the measurements for the projects are included on the full color PDF that comes with the kit, okay? So this is some of the Wood Textures Designer Series paper. I'm just gonna add this on to the front of my Whisper White card base. Just center that up. Then this is that nice galvanized foil paper. I love this, and it's been embossed with that 10 tile embossing folder. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. So I'm just going to put a nice amount of adhesive. I don't know how well snail adhesive will stick to this. I haven't tried it, but okay, so give that a press. Then you've got one of my favorite patterns in the Country Lane Designer Series paper. This is my favorite. I'm gonna add this little strip just going across the center. I love all of the layers on this card. Love it. Okay, that looks good. Then you've got this little mint macaron square. I used the stitched shape framelits on that square. I'm just going to add some adhesive onto that square and center that up right about there. Looks good, I think. Okay. Then you've got one of our little galvanized clips. So these little clips go along with that Country Lane suite. So I'm just gonna open this clip up just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to slip it on to this sentiment piece right off to the left of my sentiment. I'm gonna bring it up just a little bit. And actually I need to bring it over a little bit. And these are really lightweight, so they're not going to add too much weight to your card, and they're very thin, so they're not going to bulk up your card too much either, okay? So I've got that on there. Then I'm gonna do some dimensionals on the back of this piece, and then we will add this onto the front of our card. Right there, looks good. There you go. Card number 2 complete. Isn't it so pretty? I love it. All right, so I've got my pieces here for project number 3. So I'm gonna take these 2 pieces first. And I've got my piercing mat back again. We're gonna go ahead and do some stamping on these pieces in basic gray. So I'm gonna stamp this little 10 jar in basic gray onto this piece of smoky slate. Okay, so we'll just stamp that down. That looks good. Then I've got the other floral arrangement, this one right here. And I'm gonna stamp this in that basic gray onto this piece of Whisper White. And I die cut this Whisper White using the stitched shape framelits. So I used the stitched shape framelits on all 3 cards. Okay, that should be good. All right, that looks good. And I want to go ahead and also stamp a couple of things for card or project number 4. So these are the pieces for project number 4. I want to go ahead and take these 2 pieces out, and I want to get these stamped so that I can go ahead and do all of my Stampin' Blends coloring now. So on this oval, I'm gonna stamp the little 10 picture. I'm just gonna stamp that in my basic gray. I'll stamp that right there. Looks like I might have a little fuzzy on this stamp. Okay, and then I'm going back to the other flower arrangement we've been using, and I'm gonna stamp that one in basic gray as well on this little piece of Whisper White. Ooh, that one stamped really nicely. Okay. All right, so I've got my Stampin' blends here. I'm gonna go ahead and get these images all colored, and I'm gonna speed this up. I don't want you guys have to sit here and watch me do every single little bit of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up for you guys. So let me just show you these two pieces up close so you can see that coloring. Isn't that so pretty? Then here's this one. Very pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and finish up project number 3 using that piece, and we'll set these two pieces to the side for card number or project number 4. Right, so I'm gonna take my Blackberry Bliss card base and just fold that, give it a nice crease. Okay, then we've got some mint macaron embossed with that 10 tile embossing folder that I'm now officially in love with. Add some adhesive on the back, and I am going to center this up towards the top, so just leaving a little, like a 1/4 of an inch of the rich or the Blackberry Bliss showing at the top. So I'm going to put it right there. Then we're going to do some stamping on this piece of designer paper. So in Early Espresso ink, I'm going to stamp the sentiment. So grateful for someone like you in my life. And I want this off to the left, right about here. And try to get it straight. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then we can adhere this piece right across the front of our card. And I'm just gonna leave a little bit of that mint macaron showing down here at the bottom. So I'll just adhere it right about there. That looks good. Okay, so now our little jug here, I'm gonna go ahead and hand cut out this little jug, and I'm just leaving a very thin border around the outside edge. I'll get this all cut out, and now that that's all cut out, I'll just add a little bit of adhesive to the back, and then we're just going to put the lip of that jug right underneath our little flowers so that it looks like this. And some dimensionals on the back, and we can just put this little element right over here on our card. Isn't this so pretty? I love this. So we'll just pop that right there, and then you've got this little piece of Calypso Coral Thick Baker's Twine. Again, this is also from the Nature's Poem Baker's Twine combo pack. So I'm just gonna pull that, get my bow how I want it, and just attach it with a glue dot. And I want it to sit sort of off to the right of my little jug right there. And then let's just trim those ends, and there we go. That completes the 3rd project in this kit. So pretty, love it. Okay, so we've got these pieces for our fourth and final project. Isn't this kit so much fun? I'm really loving this kit. So I'm gonna bring in my early espresso ink again, and I'm gonna stamp my sentiment, the Happy Harvest Blessings. And I'm gonna stamp that on this little strip of Whisper White, and I'm going to put it off to the right. So let me ink it one more time. I'll just stamp it right here. Yeah, right there should be good. Yes, looks good. Then you do want to go in and hand cut out this little collection of flowers here. So I am not going to cut this out exactly. I'm just kind of going around the outer edges, okay? So get that all cut out. All right, so I've got that all cut out, and this is how it looks. So now we can go ahead and assemble this card. So I've got a crushed curry card base, such a pretty fall color. And then I've got this piece of Blackberry Bliss cardstock, which I embossed yet again using that 10 tile embossing folder. And I'm just going to center this up. And another cotton print, love this. So I'll just adhere this across the lower portion of the card, so right about here. And it goes all the way across. Then we're gonna take this little piece and we are going to add on our little flower arrangement. I'm just going to adhere that on with some Fast Fuse. Just put that right on the top here. Isn't this such a fun card? I love it. And then we'll do some dimensionals on the back. And we'll just put this over to the left. So right about here. Aren't these colors fun? So I don't have a mint macaron Stampin' Blend, so I just used Pool Party, but it looks really good. Even though it's not the same color, it looks really good. So now I'm just gonna take this piece with our sentiment and just add a tiny bit of adhesive. And I want this, I'm gonna take the sentiment and line it up with the edge of the Blackberry Bliss cardstock. Whoops, I wanna cover up the bottom of my little picture. Okay, so I'm gonna put it right there. Perfect. And then you've got a piece of this braided linen trim, I think it's called, or is it thread? Yes, it is called trim. So I'm just gonna pull this through and just make a little bow. And then a glue dot to adhere this down. I'll press that in. And I'm just gonna pop it right there off to the side. And I'll just trim off my little ends a little bit. Okay. All right, so there is the finished card. I really love this one. Now on my original, I actually used the Cajun Craze Stampin' Blends, but I decided for this one I wanted to use Mango Melody, and I like that better. I felt like I needed to bring in a pop of some yellow, so I actually like the Mango Melody a little bit better, but there it is, so pretty. Okay, so here are the completed projects in my Country Home card kit. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this Club Quitabug feature, and I hope that you love the projects included in this kit. So remember, all you have to do to receive this card kit as a free gift from me to you is simply place a minimum $40 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. That's $40 before tax and shipping. Be sure to use the host code that I've got here on the screen. Just don't use that code if your order is $150 or more. You will receive Stampin' rewards and still qualify for the kit. And if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, the project kit is available to you. All you have to do is send me an email at quitabughandmaids@gmail.com, and I will send a PayPal link over to you so that you can purchase the consumable kit just for the projects. So this kit ends on October 31st, so make sure you get your order in time. So thank you guys so much. I hope that you've enjoyed, and I'll be back again soon with another tutorial. Bye now.